welcome back to my channel. And if you can't tell by today's title, I ain't gonna be giving y'all a freshman advice, something different, another sit down video, because my first sit down video I did a current playlist, but this is gonna be something different. I'm gonna be giving y'all some advice. Back to school season is coming up. I'm really excited to share this advice with y'all. Not only freshmen can take this advice, I mean anybody can take this advice, because life is hard, man. You feel me? But yeah, y'all about to get this advice from a person that graduated high school. I graduated basically this year. I was class of 2023. I'ma just explain to y'all a little bit of my 4 years, some advice that I wish I knew, and yeah, let's just get into the video. So I wrote some stuff on here. I think I got like 15 things on here. I'm kind of going to be reading off this paper and kind of rolling with the flow, and I'm also going to be checking things off so I don't get lost, because I'm kind of going to be going out of order too. My first piece of advice is take your freshman year seriously. Like, seriously, y'all, like, take your freshman advice seriously. Like, I know everybody tells y'all the same thing, but like, really though, like, take it seriously, because I didn't take it seriously and I kind of regretted it, because my GPA could have been way higher than it was the end of my senior year, but it wasn't because I played. But since we're on the topic of that, how to maintain your GPA, take AP classes, take honors classes, take school seriously. Like, don't be no geek now, have a little bit of fun, but like, take school seriously though. I got a 4.0 at the end of my year, but I could have got something way higher, but it's because I played during my freshman year, like I said. My next piece of advice is stay out of drama. Like, y'all, when I say stay out of drama, I mean it. It's not worth it. Like, don't get me wrong, we all talk about people, because I know I talk about people, but like, can't trust everybody. Like, when I say you cannot trust everybody, I really mean that. Like, I had to learn that the hard way. Like, not everybody's your friend, so stay out of drama. 75% of the chance, the same people that you come into high school with is most likely not going to be the same people that you walk out of high school with. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm not trying to scare y'all. None of that. Like, it's really true. Like, people outgrow each other. High school, people change, people figure out themselves. It's not your fault, it's not their fault. I mean, unless something happened. But sometimes people just grow out each other and you just start growing up. So like, yeah, just don't expect to leave high school with the same friends. Like, friends are important. Learn to figure out yourself. Learn what you like to do. I'm telling you, being alone is a million more times better than being with a group of people that's 99.9% of the chances talking about you behind your back. Another piece of advice is do not mess with the senior boys. Like, I know all this stuff that I'm telling y'all, y'all probably heard this before, but like, no, I'm really dead serious. Like, I wish I took this advice throughout my high school years, because I would have turned out not broken. Like, but like, do not mess with the senior boys. You are 14, 15, sometimes y'all be even 13, trying to mess with an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21. Like, yeah, 21. Do not mess with the senior boys. They do not want you. They got cars, they got jobs, they on their way to college, they don't experience half a life already. You are a kid just now beginning life. Do not mess with the senior boy. They do not want you. They are not going to take you seriously. I'm sorry. Mess with someone within your age, or just don't get in a relationship at all. Relationships aren't important, and honestly, they destroy you at a young age. Like, you really go through an identity crisis at such a young age when you push yourself in such a long-term relationship. I'm telling you. My next piece of advice is do not be loud and obnoxious. I'm sorry, but when I was a senior last year, I could automatically tell who was a freshman by the way you looked, by your hair looked, the way your book bag, your shoes, the way you dress. No offense. But don't be loud and obnoxious. Like, people already just don't respect you as a freshman yourself, because you all young and little, and all of us, we all just trying to get up out this school, don't even want to learn. We just want this diploma and leave. For you coming there, sitting there being loud and obnoxious and annoying at 7 o'clock in the morning, screaming, fighting, yeah, we're gonna be talking about you. Like, I'm sorry, like, you just don't want to be talked about. Your freshman year, you got 3 more years to go. They gonna always remember it. Like, I'm telling you, it's always gonna be that one person that's gonna remember something that you did, bro. I'm telling you. My next piece of advice is back to the GPA. Take your grades seriously, y'all. I'm telling you, like, take them seriously. You don't have to be no geek and all, but take your grades seriously. Like, seriously though, like, it gets you really good scholarships in college and other benefits. I'm telling y'all, do not compare yourself to other people. That always been my problem growing up, is that I always like compare myself to people. Like, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? And a bunch of other stuff. Like, don't compare yourself to people. Like, my freshman year, when I came in and I seen all the juniors and seniors, they were so pretty. They were wearing makeup. They had their Starbucks cups in their hands. They had cars. They had a bunch of all the stuff that I didn't have, of course, because I was 14. Do not compare yourself. Do not rush yourself. Take your time. You are in no rush. You're still young. I'm telling you, like, me, my first day of school as a freshman, when I came home, I cried because them girls were so freaking pretty. And of course, I wasn't making my own money yet, so I didn't look the way they looked. And plus, I was young. So just, you're going to look like that in a few years. Trust me. Freshmen are going to be looking at you like that. Like, just, you're young. Don't rush to grow up. It's nothing out here. I'm telling you, it's nothing out here. Don't be disrespectful to your teachers. I'm sorry. Like, that's just, like, when you're a freshman and stuff like that, you think it's funny, but really, as you grow up, it's just like, ew, why was you doing that? Like, don't be disrespecting the sub, acting out for the sub, disrespecting the teacher in general, walking out of class, unless it's really necessary. Like, if you go to use the bathroom and the teacher tell you no, walk out. But, like, don't be disrespectful because, like, at the end of your senior year, you need a letter of recommendations for your colleges, and you want teachers to write good things about you. You don't want them to write bad things about you. So build bonds with your teachers. Like, seriously, it really comes a long way. Don't be no teacher's pet now. Like, people start talking about you, and yeah. And you also remember that those people control your grades. You can go from an A to an F real quick. Like, and they don't have to give you no explanation for real. You can go to the office, you can get your parents, you can do whatever, but at the end of the day, they control your grade for real. So just respect your teachers for real. My next piece of advice is, do not make a relationship your priority. Boys ain't nothing. They all cheaters. They all liars. I mean, there is some good ones out there, but girls mature way faster than guys. Don't get me wrong, there is like always a 10% a good guy out there, like I said, but you're young. Don't base your entire personality off of a dude, because like I said, it really makes a self-identity crisis, and it can really hurt you as you grow up because you just don't know who you are, and you just don't know what you want, and you'll be so broken and unhealed at such a young age because you put yourself in such a priority to a dude that you may not even know 10 years from now. Y'all gonna forget about each other. Y'all gonna have two different families. Y'all gonna be married with kids, not by each other. Like, you just never know. Hygiene is really freaking important, guys. Like, I know sometimes not everyone is fortunate enough to have hygiene, but keep gum on you. Have freaking essential bags as females. You know, have pads, hand sanitizer, spray bottles of perfume. I'm sorry, but stinking at 7 o'clock in the morning is just unacceptable. I'm sorry. It's just unacceptable. Like, there's just no reason why you should smell like that early in the morning. Like, you ain't even doing nothing yet. You ain't even go to gym yet. You ain't even sit down in the class yet. Like, why do you stink? Like, you don't want to be that person that people talk about, because that's another thing. People are never going to forget that. Like, I know in my senior year, we used to be talking about people and be like, dang, you used to stink in 8th grade. Like, like, it really be like that, y'all. Like, just keep up with your hygiene. Like, make sure your hair is always good. Make sure your clothes is ironed. Make sure there's no dog hair, lint, none of that on your clothes. Just keep yourself well put together. I get it, like I said, not everyone has the accessibility to do that, but at least try, you know? Okay, next one is fighting. I don't condone fighting. Me personally, I've only gotten into one fight my entire life, but I don't condone fighting. But sometimes you really do just gotta bang people in their face a couple times to get your point across, or just show them to stop playing with you. But like, do not fight also, because you know, people record, it just looks bad. And if you get beat up and you was talking, like, just shut up. Like, really, just shut up. And since we're on the topic of getting in trouble, discipline. Like, discipline, you don't want to have a bunch of write-ups. Don't get written up for having your phone out, because I tell you, like, I used to always get in trouble for having my phone out. I don't know. I know every school is different, but my school, it was like 4 days out or take your phone for 30 days. Like, they was not playing with us. But please say, you don't want a bunch of discipline. Like, you don't want a bunch of write-ups on your record. Like, colleges really do see that, and they not going to enroll you into their school if they see that you can't get your life together. You're not mature enough to go to college. That's what that's showing them. Like, yeah, just be well behaved. Don't be fighting. Don't be on your phone. Okay, get involved in extracurricular activities. So, me, I never participated in sports, school activities. My freshman year, I believe I did powder puff and I participated in the pep rally. But me, like I said, I'm class of 23, so my sophomore year and half of my freshman year, I didn't really get to experience school. When I did go back to school my junior year and my senior year, I did nothing. Like, literally, I had early release my senior year, so I literally did nothing, and I kind of regret it, because it's just like, now I personally have no memories and stuff like that. But you live and you learn from your mistakes though. But personally, like I said, just enroll and do sports, figure out what you like. You can meet friends, like, you can literally meet friends in sports and stuff like that. So do that. Do clubs, Leo club, art club, freaking, it's a bunch of clubs, y'all. Find out what you like. Find out what your crowd is. Like I said, build your identity. That's what high school is. Get yourself involved. Get your name out there. It's really good, because you get rewards for that too at the end of your senior year. You'll be in the yearbook for stuff like that. Peer pressure. I don't think I ever been peer pressure. I don't think I have, because I always wrote at my own pace, but kind of like I always will get to thinking like, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. But like, I don't think I ever was like peer pressure so bad to the point where like I actually did something. But I will say to y'all, peer pressure really is a real thing. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, y'all, do not do it. Like, you're gonna regret it. If you feel like you're not ready to do this, if you feel like you're not ready to do that, then don't do it. Like, I'm sorry, but don't do it, because you're gonna regret it. And like I said, it could really hurt you in the long run not doing something that you really want to do. Next one is virginity. I know a lot of people lose their virginity in their freshman year. I didn't, but I'm sorry, me personally, I feel like you just shouldn't be having intercourse in 9th grade. That just doesn't sound right to me. But like I said, I feel like you should wait as long as possible, because it's no rush. It's not all that. Like, it's really not. It's not all that. Like, so yeah, like I said, that just falls right into the peer pressure topic. Next topic is making new friends. Introduce yourself to people. Don't be weird going up to people and be like, hey, you want to be my friend? Because we not in 5th grade no more. But like, you know, if the teacher said everybody getting partners, getting groups, don't be like me and say, don't I work by myself? Like, don't be like that. Like, really get in groups and talk with people. Find out if y'all have the same interests. If y'all do, it's never nothing to be like, hey, what's your Instagram? Start texting, start hanging out. You know, it's not that hard. Like, it's hard to make friends, but like at the same time, you really just gotta talk. Like, I'm telling you, you really just gotta talk. Create a schedule that works for you. Mostly, a lot of high schools, they have like freshman orientation. So I would say, like, when you're at orientation, like I said, make sure you speak to an adult that you see around. Ask to change your schedule. Change your schedule as many times that you want. I don't care if them counselors is annoyed with you. They tired of seeing your face. Change your schedule as much as you want to make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're succeeding. I do not care. Your schedule as your lock screen. Like, really do that for real, because that helped me a lot. I mean, honestly, when upperclassmen and teachers see you, they already automatically know that you a freshman just by the way you look. But like, don't make it even more obvious by having a freaking paper in your hand 24/7. Like, just Just don't put your freaking schedule as your lock screen for the week. You'll get it in a week. Like, trust me, I know you'll really get it in a week. Figure out your study methods. My study methods was highlights and color coordination. Also flashcards. Flashcards helped a lot. I would recommend flashcards, sticky notes, mostly flashcards though, because it's just like you shuffling right through them. But actually study like for exams and stuff like that. Take notes, ask questions. It's nothing wrong with asking questions. I don't care who looks at you. Ask questions. Prepare to think about college. I know it is early on, but I'm telling you, them 4 years go by like that. Like, I promise you, them 4 years go like that. Think about colleges. Think about what's beneficial for you. Even if you don't want to go to college, that's fine too, because college is not for everybody. You don't have to go to college to be successful. Do not let nobody tell you that. When you're looking at colleges, look at if you're staying on campus. Are they clean? Are their dorms appropriate enough for you? How do they treat their students? Are you comfortable? Do you want to stay in your city, your state? Do you want to go far away? You have to look at all that stuff like that. Don't go to college just to have fun, because you do not want to be in that for the rest of your life just because you wanted to go party when you could have partied in your city for free. Don't do it. Save your money. Oh my God, I wish I knew this, because when I tell you, I probably spent about 3 to 4 bands my senior year. My dress already itself, my prom dress was 2 bands. Everything is expensive, y'all. Senior trips, prom, graduation, extracurricular activities, clubs, everything costs money, y'all. Like, all of that. Like, save your money. I get it. Look nice, you want to have new shoes, you want to have this, you want to have that, but also start putting money aside for college year. Like, do all that stuff now. Okay, my next piece of advice is be organized. Most schools, they give y'all like agendas or little planners or like organizers. I used to write like my homework and stuff like that, like the days they were due and what I need to do to keep yourself organized, because most high schools, they have 7 to 8 classes, so that's a lot. That's really a lot to memorize, so kind of write that down to make sure you get all your work in. Turn all your work in on time, because when you go to college, some professors are not accepting your late work. They don't care if your grandma died, your mom died, you was in the hospital. Get that work done. They give you plenty of time. Like, get that work in, y'all. This is real life. This is not middle school no more. You have to grow up. You have to start being mature now. Get plenty of sleep. If you know you have an exam tomorrow, get plenty of sleep, because you're going to be yawning, sleeping. You are going to be so freaking tired to the point where you're not going to be able to freaking focus on that exam. So get it done. Come to school on time. Don't tardies rack up. My school, I know what they did was, I think it was like if you get 4 tardies, it'll turn into an absence. Yeah, that was bogus. And then like in New Jersey, if you get 16 absences, you automatically have to repeat the grade again. That's just crazy to me. If your school does that, be to school on time. It's not that serious. It's not that hard to wake up. Like I said, go to sleep on time so you can be in the morning up and productive. Popularity is not important. I've only graduated. I've only been out of high school for about 2 to 3 months. And them people that was popular, there is nowhere in life. They up laying up pregnant with kids, or they're nowhere. Like, nobody's gonna remember you. Like, don't try to be popular. Nobody cares. Like, who cares? We're all the same. Like, just because you have this amount of money or just because you have this don't mean you're better than everybody. Don't try to be popular. I promise you, it's not worth it at all. And my last piece of advice for my freshmen: don't rush and try to get out of high school, and be yourself. I wanted to get out of school so bad. I could not wait to graduate. And then when I graduated, a couple days later, it hit me and I cried. I was like, wow, I'm done high school. I'm never going to see you people again. Like, I'm never going to do this. This is adulthood now. Like, I can go to college, or I can do something else with my life. I can go be a stripper for all I can. Like, this is real life. I don't have to sit there and do homework no more. Like, y'all, like, seriously, don't take it for granted. And like I said, be yourself. Like, being yourself comes a long way. I'm telling you, you could be yourself and freaking you can be famous one day because people love who you are and your personality. So be you, be who you are. And like I said, it can get you really far in life. You just never know what your potential holds. Okay guys, so without further ado, that is it for today's video. If y'all liked my little advice, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, like I said, I think that's it. So I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.